Hi guys, and welcome to this week's Day in the Life of a Gas Engineer video. Now this video is just one job. It's a boiler installation, a combi swap with a bit of a twist. So you see as the job goes on how the story unravels. One thing I'm going to put out there, I know there's a few of you out there who just like to come and watch YouTube videos to criticize people, which is fine. That's your thing, you're keyboard warriors, so keep doing whatever makes you happy. But no, we didn't use dust sheets on this job. And the reason why we didn't is we started to get them out, but there was so much going on in the house. The customer just said to us, do you know what? It's not going to make any difference. I'd rather you guys just get the job done, and then she's going to have a clear up afterwards. So before I get any of those comments, oh, you didn't use dust sheets, have you never heard of dust sheets, da da da, there is your reasoning. So other than that, the rest of you guys, thanks for tuning in again. Please enjoy the video. Any constructive criticisms or constructive comments, drop it below as always. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. And I'll give you a little bit of an insight as to what happened on this job and what we had to do to get around it. Enjoy. So today's job, we're going to be taking out this nasty BRC. And unfortunately, through no choice of my own, we are fitting a Worcester because it's what the customer wants. So we have a gas run to do as well. There's 4 of us here. So the guy's already cracking on with the gas run. How's it going, mate? You right?
Yeah, mate. Right. Cool.
So got a gas run to take from the front down through the floorboards, around the side there, and then it's gonna go around the outside there, external wall, and then bring the gas in for the new boiler there, and then we've got a tee off for the cooker here. So we've got 2 days to do this. So me and Josh are going to be focusing on the boiler and the power flush, and Viet and his colleague are going to be focusing on the gas run. So the plan is today get the boiler done and put in flushing points for the power flush, and then if we get that done and they're still doing the gas run, we can help them out with the gas run as well, and then tomorrow we'll come back and power flush the system. So yeah, should be an interesting day. Let's see how we get on. Right, so loads of expanding foam here. I'm hoping that once we remove this is all tiled in, that the pipes come straight down and it's not coming straight out the wall. I mean, when I open this up, you can see there's a filling loop there. So that gives me a little bit of hope that the pipes are coming straight down. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to remove that boxing and have a look behind it and see what's going on with the pipe work. Right, so we've just managed to get the boxing off, and yeah, well, you can see they've literally just expanding foamed it the whole way down. Josh is just trying to get off as much as we can. Yeah, that boxing was never coming off in one piece. It was just expanded foamed back to front. Hey doggy. Right, boiler is finally off the wall. That was an absolute ball ache to do. So the copper here going in for the gas run. These guys are cracking on with it. They're doing well. We've just got the boiler off the wall. And now we have this monstrosity to deal with. Hopefully, yeah, at least we've got a solid wall for fixings, but I'm going to try and cut this back probably about there, get rid of it, well, hopefully can get rid of all that expanding foam and then renew it all brand new. I mean, the flue hole you can see was offset on the BRC, so with the Worcester, I believe, well, it should be center, so we should be able to move it over a little bit, which should help. So yeah, now next job is just cut all this back, get the jig on the wall, and then start piping up to it. Right, so the tail unfolds. So this is the box that the boiler was in.
Yes.
Unfortunately, our customer has been fleeced over by the previous engineer that was supposed to fit this boiler. This is how it came. The boiler has nothing with it. Even, well, you can see on the side of it, it looks like it's just been left outside. The bottom is all bent. There's no valves, there's no jig. Oh well, there's a jig, there's no valves, there's no MIs, there's no instructions. It's literally it's as if they've stripped all the bits out of it and then just left her with this old boiler. So we can't fit this, unfortunately. So we're in the process of now looking at an alternative option to try and get a boiler here today and get it on the wall, because we can't leave our customer in this sort of situation. It's not fair on her. So we're going to try and do what we can, get something as cost effective as possible and get her a boiler, get her heating up and running today. So I'm just going to slow things down for a second, add a bit of context to the situation. Now, we went and had a look at this job a couple of weeks ago. There was a lot of stuff in the customer's property. This boiler box was like in the back corner of a room. So the situation was that she'd been using a plumber to do general works around the house. He then advised that she needed a new boiler because the BS had been giving her trouble. And he offered to change the boiler for her, which, you know, she went for. So he offered her a Worcester 4000. So she's paid him for the boiler. He dropped the boiler off. She then paid him some additional money for materials that he requested. After that, she never heard from him again. So when we went there, as far as we knew, there was a brand new boiler in a box. We didn't see the box properly. You know, hindsight is a wonderful thing. Maybe we should have checked it out a bit better, but it was like far in the corner of a room, and we were there just to do a quick survey of the job itself. So to try and save the customer money, we said, okay, we'd get the Worcester flue, the filter and all the other accessories, and fit that boiler so that she doesn't have to buy a brand new boiler. But it's not until we then took the boiler out the box that we realized that it wasn't all that we expected it to be. It looked like it's maybe a boiler that's been taken off from somewhere else, or maybe it's been taken off the back of a lorry, or I don't know. But basically there was nothing in the box other than the boiler with a bent case and a jig. So no valves, no MIs, no benchmark, no template, nothing. So now this situation, we're sort of, you know, what do we do? Now the only option is to get a new boiler, because I'm not prepared to fit, you know, a second-hand boiler technically. That's what it looked like. So made a phone call, went, you know, looked at what's going to be the most cost-effective option, and in this case it was going to be the ECA 30 kilowatt combi, the Proteus premix. So we contacted ECA. I've got a guy down there, and he had the boiler delivered to site within half an hour, and then we cracked on. Now the customer had actually tried to get in touch with this old engineer, but she can't get hold of him. She tried to look his name up on the gas safe register. He's not even registered. He's not even a gas safe registered engineer. So I'm not going to put the name out there just because, you know, I've only heard one side of the story, but it seems like, you know, she's been done over. But at the same time, I'm not going to go around putting people's names out that I don't know. But just be aware, guys, that there's cowboys out there that will take people's money. I mean, she's an elderly lady. She's probably like she's a grandmother, and she's been taken advantage of. So it's sad to see, you know, when this sort of things happen, but they do happen. You just, you know, you never know who you can trust. But the main thing is we got the boiler done. We got a new boiler up and running that same day for her, and then we came back the second day to power flush it. And also what we're going to do is she's got no use for that Worcester, so she's asked us to take it. So I've taken it, brought it back home with me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to strip it. I'm going to try and sell the parts, and whatever money I get for the parts, we're going to give it back to her to try and soften the blow, you know, ease the financial burden a little bit, because it's not her fault what's happened. She's been unknowingly done over. So if we can help her out a little bit better, then, you know, that's what we're going to try and do. So yeah, enough of that. Enjoy the rest of the video. Right, our new boiler's arrived. So we're going to be fitting an ECA 30 kilowatt combi here instead of that Worcester. Yeah, now we can actually get to work. So we've cut the pipes back. We're going to get the boiler on the wall and then start piping up to it. So yeah, what's the time now? It is 12:51. So yeah, not too late in the day. We've got 2 days on this job anyway. So plan today is let's get the boiler done, get it piped up, add in 2 T's for flushing points, and then tomorrow we're going to come back and do the power flush. But Main thing is we're going to get this customer up and running one way or the other. Okay, so we finally got the boiler. Oh, zoom out. Boiler's on the wall. Flue's done. So Josh is just sealing the flue up. We're doing a balloon kit on it. I'm just going to do the PRV first and then start piping up from there. V and Justin, they are doing the gas run from outside, so they're going to be bringing that through, punching a hole. Well, punch the hole there. Gas is going to come into the boiler, and then we've got another supply coming in to feed the cooker here as well. So yeah, it's been a bit of a slow burner because we had that issue with the Worcester, but now this is on the wall, we can actually start making some progress. Right, so the time is just gone 5:10, and we're piped up bar the gas, which we're going to do now. So piped up, systems full of pressure, getting there. As soon as we've done the gas, we're just going to wire the boiler up to the fuse spur, let it run overnight so the customer's got heating and hot water at least. And then tomorrow we'll come back and do a flush in the system. So got a flushing point there. Put another connection of the power flush onto the filter there, and then we can do our flush. But yeah, so far it's not been too bad of a day, considering the fiasco we had with the old boiler. Right, so we all piped up. Gas has been tested, so there's no drop in the gas. Full of pressure at the moment. This is just temporary until we'll come back tomorrow. Then I've got to fit a stat and wire it up and all together. Gas test point there as well. Added a bit more cleaner into the system. 3 amp fuses in. Let's power her up. So the ECA boiler, whenever you turn the power off and on, it goes through a 2-minute air purge cycle, which on a brand new boiler you need it anyway. So yeah, just gonna let it do its thing. Let the heating fire up, let the chemicals circulate overnight, and then tomorrow we can come back and get this system flushed. But yeah, it's well, 10 to 6 almost. It's been a good day. Josh is enjoying his sausage roll. Viet, thanks for getting us on this one, man.
No worries, mate.
Right, let's get some heating on. Morning. We are back here today. So the boiler's been running. We've left it at 55 degrees overnight. So obviously it's filled up a bit of condensate in there. Pressure is held, so that's good. So today the plan is we're gonna tidy up all this wiring. We're gonna put a junction box with an EPH programmable room stat, the CP4. We've got our flushing point here, so we're gonna put our flow connection onto there. Remove this filter and connect straight onto there. Get the power flush running. Do the last few bits. We've got to seal up a few little holes, seal up the gas pipe. Got to seal the flue internally. It's been done on the outside already, and run the condense. We found a way to run it into the kitchen waste, so that's the plan for today. So yeah, we're just going to crack on. Right, so just opening up the filter. So it's been circulating overnight, and you can see it's already picked up a fair bit on there. I mean, it's not terrible, but that's just it circulating overnight. So let's see what the power flush brings in. So Josh is just sorting out the condense now. We're waiting for the power flush machine. It's almost up to temperature. So we've now got that running down there, under there, into that cupboard, and it's going to go straight through, down, and into the waste after the trap. So all complies to regs and should all be sweet. No chance of that freezing. Got a few more minutes left for that to heat up, and then we can start circulating. Luckily the system's been circulating overnight with the chemicals in there, so we don't have to do a full hour of circulation. We'll probably just let it circulate the whole system for about 10 minutes, and then start isolating the radiators individually. Let's see how bad these magnets are. 6 rads. Not too bad. Not as bad as I thought it would be. To be honest, I did expect worse seeing the condition of the rads, but yeah, pleased with that. It's a decent catch, and hopefully it shouldn't take too long to get the water clear. That's fine. You can stop now. Right, so the boiler is all done. It's all running, it's all been commissioned. We've got a 28mm gas run, so we had 19 millibar working pressure here, 20 at the meter, so no problems with the working pressure there. System's been fully power flushed, so let's have a quick look. Yeah, there you go, so you can see that's nice and hot there. That's one radiator. Let's just go around checking them all. We've got nice temperature there. Nice even heat all throughout. Let's check the bathroom one. There we go. Nice even heat all across. Let's check the ones downstairs. There we go. Oh, there's one in here. Oh, sorry.
No, so no worries.
Just want to check this radiator's getting warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all getting hot all the way through. Lovely.
Lovely, thank you.
Alright, and we've got 2 more. So we've got that one there. Yeah. There you go. This is what you get when you flush a system properly. I mean, the customer's already mentioned that the radiators are hotter than what she's ever had them used to, which is always a good sign. It means that the system's been flushed properly. So the gas run was actually done, so the meter's just outside this window here. So Viet and his colleague, they made a hole through there. We've got a gas run going all the way under the floorboards. Down here, they had a few of these floorboards up, went through here, cored a hole going out there, and there you can see the gas run is continuing, coming out there. It's teeing down for the cooker and then goes across to the boiler. So yeah, it's been a good 2 days. It's been a fun 2 days. We've had some jokes, we've had some dramas with the old boiler. Josh, what do you think? Good couple of days?
Yeah, it's been hard, mate.
Yeah.
Let's get on, mate.
Let's get on now. All right, we're done now. Right, let's sign out. See you guys later.